Hey everyone. So a lot has been going on in the final expense business when it comes to carriers, right? Carriers, we've seen exiting the final expense market. We've seen underwriting tightening. We've seen rate increases, and it's left a lot of agents feeling uncertain. So this video is going to kind of go over what's going on here, hopefully give you guys some more confidence and talk about a couple carriers that, are leading the way right now. Okay, so let's talk about what we've heard recently and what's putting some fear into a lot of agents, right? Because we've seen a few products, final expense products, leave the market, right? We've have reports of Great Western, right, indicating they're leaving the final expense market, or I should call them Wellaby now. CFG, right, Colombian, they're shutting down their final expense business. Lumico Life, right, we're getting reports that they're shutting down their final expense business as well. So this has agents feeling a little bit of uncertainty about what's going on. Like, are carriers even profitable with this? And look, I can't talk about carrier profitability from that standpoint. I can talk about the reasons why they're shutting down, though, and that will help you feel some certainty about this business. So, for example, CFG, okay, their reinsurer 777, they got downgraded by AM Best because of their financials. They have a negative outlook. And then when you have these, your balance sheets that are they're not what they should be. You have more reserve requirements, and it just didn't work out for CFG. They couldn't take any more business because of 777, their reinsurer. Okay, you have Lumico, right? So we all heard about. If you're not familiar, so Lumico is run through iptiQ, and iptiQ is like a tech platform that was funded by Swiss Re. Okay, well, Swiss Re shut down iptiQ a few weeks ago, and now we're hearing reports that Lumico and their final expense product is done. We don't write it, so I don't know. I haven't gotten the direct thing, but I've heard from other agency owners that it's going away. So that's the reason for that one. Okay, so we have a reinsurer, right, that's got downgraded, that took out one final expense product. We have another one where it was just somebody shutting down a tech platform which distributed the product. Okay. And then Great Western or Wellaby, that was definitely quality business focus. So, and it's a good lesson for the final expense market. Okay. They took guaranteed issue and they took card business. They took all card business. I know they stopped taking it a few months ago, but for the quality business that they saw, Wellaby took over, and they're seeing this business unit where agents, most independent agents are distributing through this, right? Because I think, Integrity has the exclusive over Great Western and Wellaby. So all of Integrity, they're independent. They can sell whoever they want. So most agents out there are going to sell their GI product because it's easy to use and it's, decent rates. In the card business, because not many companies take cards. And so they got flooded with card business and GI business. Of course, that's going to hurt your quality of business. Okay. They didn't put any sort of parameters around what agents can submit, any ratios of GI business or direct express or card business or anything like that. So, that was a quality business issue, but that was self-inflicted. Okay. So I want you guys to see those as separate issues. Right? It's not a bunch of carriers that are leaving the market because final expense isn't profitable for these carriers and we're not going to have many products to sell. The sky is falling. So, I want to put that in perspective for y'all so you feel more comfortable with where their market is. Because right now there's been more final expense products than there ever has been in the market. And right now we're seeing kind of a pullback on products in the market, which is healthy. It's fine. And it shouldn't indicate anything other than the products that are on the market right now that are going, feel more confident in those products. All right. So, with that said, I want everyone to understand kind of the final expense marketplace when it comes to carriers and why we're always going to see changes like that. Because we're all independent agents, right? And we can write anyone we want. So, if you're out there and you have a bunch of carriers, you're going to put carriers that's going to give better rates for specific risks, right? Let's just say somebody who's really good with smokers. That carrier is going to get a lot of smokers, okay? And over time, their mortality assumptions are going to be higher than they thought they would be. And so they're going to have to make some changes. They're going to have to, increase pricing. They're going to have to, restrict their underwriting because they didn't account for this. But that's the nature of letting independent agents write final expense. They're going to take, a diabetic, neuropathy person to a specific carrier, and that carrier is going to get flooded with diabetic neuropathy. This carrier is going to get flooded with smokers, right? And that's not good for the carriers. The way that we all do business, the way that we're trained to all do business is not good for the carriers. So we're always going to see these changes, whether it comes to carriers dropping out or, price increases or underwriting tightening. That's just the nature of final expense because of how we write business. And I want you guys to all understand that. And we're going to see this a lot if you're in the final expense business. All right. So, and there's always going to be changes. And I actually love the route that RNA went where, you're going to get an approval for anyone. So they have their preferred, standard, they're graded, and their GI. So no matter what, everyone gets an approval. I love that strategy. It was a very fresh, unique strategy. I love seeing it out there. However, it made, for example, their guaranteed issue is just incredibly overpriced, right? And the reason for that is because they know they're going to get purely GI people in that health classification. Okay. So the companies like AIG, GI, and Gerber and all them, they're banking on agents writing healthier business, people that could qualify for a true graded policy or somebody who could qualify for level business even, right? They see that and they're able to price for that. And so their rates are lower because a lot of agents just don't know how to field underwrite, and they'll go straight to a guaranteed issue product to get somebody covered instead of trying somebody, for level or a true graded. So that's built in. And so they have that. But when for a product like RNA, they're going to get truly, the sickest of the sick in their GI. And so they have to rate it that way. And so, I say that because I love the concept of that. And I love where they were going with that, but it didn't work out for the GI stuff, which is fine. People will take their GIs to, AIG and Gerber, but that's going to start trickling down if everybody starts doing what RNA did, where then when I say trickling down, Gerber and AIG will start getting more of the sickest of the sick. Anyway, all that to say, guys, is we're going to continue to see changes in the final expense market. I just wanted you guys to understand why we're seeing these changes. And so you don't have these knee-jerk reactions. I'm seeing a lot of social media posts, people reaching out to me about, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Why is all this happening? What are your thoughts on this? And these are my thoughts. There's nothing to be concerned about. All right. In fact, we write a lot of term business, right? I can't think of a single time a carrier has decreased rates. On the term side, we decrease rates. I can't think of a single time a final expense carrier has loosened underwriting. Okay. On the traditional term side, they do. All right. So guys, get used to carriers coming and going. Get used to underwriting, tightening, get used to rate increases. This is just what's going to happen in the final expense market when you're dealing with all these carriers. And we're putting, we're using their underwriting niches against them, basically. And that hurts them. And we're going to see these changes. Anyway, so right now, along with all this, I've had agents asking me, okay, well, who are you guys writing? Like who can we feel safe with, right? And guys, and that's going to change from a month to month, quarterly to quarterly basis as final expense carriers adjust underwriting, adjust rates, come in and out of the market, things like that. There's going to be new products coming soon. There's going to be products leaving us soon, and that's going to change. So what I tell you right now is what it is today. And I'll let you guys know what we're seeing, because we see the data on a lot of final expense carriers. And right now, the best final expense carrier on the market, I'm going to tell you the top two. If you just go with these two, you're going to have a lot of success right now. You don't have to worry about a lot of this stuff, okay? Right now, the best final expense product in the market is SBLI. They're not perfect. And I'm talking about SBLI Living Legacy, right? They're not perfect, though, but they're the best, and they have been for months, right? They're instant decision every time, true Social Security billing, great rates. Over 90% of the time that you answer no to all the health questions, you're going to get an approval, right? And you're going to get an instant decision each time, which is huge, all right? They also have a funeral concierge built into it, so agents are selling on that. And, it's a solid product that's getting a lot of steam right now. All right. And then you also have Sika, right? Citizens, and they're taking risks that usually go graded or GI, and you're getting level coverage for them right now. Okay. Those two, if you can combine those two, those are the two that we're writing the most of right now at this point in time. If you're watching this video and months later, it could have changed. All right. But that's what we're writing right now. So pick up those two products. Don't be worried about what's going on in the market right now. Feel good about this business. It's a great business to be in. And yeah, hope that helps some of you.